We need to get your sound working. I don't know, it's so weird.
No?
There
Nothing?
it is. There it is.
Oh,
Now. It is
okay.
now.
I just had to get down, and then it worked.
What's going on, everybody? This is No Boned Up podcast. You got your host Josh. You got Tall T-shirt, No Cloud Joey, and we actually have a special guest today. It's a me is the special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself? It's a me.
Nah, I don't talk.
You don't talk. That's great.
No.
Does anybody have any life-changing stories? Anything inspirational? Anything that changed their lives? Like near-death experiences, a bad wank-off session.
I got tons of those, bro. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Tons of bad ones.
Bad ones. They're all bad. Once you come back to your senses, they're all bad.
Post-nut clarity. Has anybody been caught jerking off?
No comment.
I feel like we've talked about this one time before.
No, but like, let's move on.
Oh shit.
Last one was about poop. This one's not being about jerking off. That's just not gonna happen. I asked someone saw the podcast, and they said, "Oh yeah, the podcast where you guys just talked about poop for 45 minutes." And I was like, "No, we didn't."
It wasn't. So
that wasn't.
Oh, what have we done?
That wasn't the whole point.
I like how that entire pod, and that's what they took from it.
I know. They were good poop stories. Like they weren't bad ones.
That was pretty
They
fire.
were just based around fecal matter, but
That's pretty
it is what
fire.
it is. Are you wearing a bone shirt?
I am.
My
Hey,
man!
pull this up. I gotta
let's
see this.
go.
I pull up. Hey, yo.
No way.
Hey, yo.
I wasn't even thinking about it, honestly.
No.
I can see your boobies.
What's up with the
Tell
3
ya.
on your hat?
Chance the Rapper.
Oh, okay.
It was a Chance the Rapper hat. My
Yeah.
brother gifted me 2 of them.
I was like, who's
years
number
ago.
1 and 2?
It says 3 because that's how many decent songs he has. That's it.
That's not even fair.
Damn.
That's not even really fair. Well, all right. So on some brighter news, there's probably gonna be
subject top right here.
there's probably gonna be a chunk of that cut out for sure.
Yeah,
that was very
100%.
serious and
We
kind of
should've-
sad and dark. But I'm glad we are close enough as friends and pals to be able to sit down and discuss the real things that matter in life. Random as hell, but I was driving from. And there was a sign on the side of the road. It was getting close to my destination. I think I was going to my mom's house. It said, goats, babies for sale. But somebody put the word "and" in between goats and babies. So it was
Goats and babies.
for sale. I wrote that
Right.
down in my topics here, and that's it. That's the topic.
That was the time.
That's just.
Pretty awesome.
I got a little giggle out of it.
Good
It
for
was a
them.
chuckle.
Imagine doing what you can to like build a farm. You got yourself some your goats. You got enough
Right.
of them to sell them.
Goats.
You spend $700 to freak the goat. You spend $700 to make a sign, and you just come out and read that, and you're like,
People think they're
it's
funny.
been 52 minutes. Like they just installed it, and someone defaced it that quickly.
I wonder how
That's
long
good.
it's been like that before they realized it was wrong.
Goats
like
and babies for
Goats
sale.
and babies for sale.
They can't afford to replace the sign.
I'm gonna have to buy another sign.
And now they have to think about like how they word their next sign too. The entire sign is just huge G-O-A. No room for anything else.
It just says goats and then dollar signs
Goats.
around it.
They go out of the way to buy their own sign that says "and babies for sale." That'd be a never-ending feud. I'd love to be part of that.
It's like some Tom and Jerry shit, where it just continuously finds things to
Make it worse and worse.
Yeah.
Look, man, there's no way around it. All right, give it up.
God. Oh, that's good. That's some good stuff. It's
That's
juicy.
so mean.
All right, I got a good minute and a half out of that topic. Anybody got anything else?
What you got, T? The gargle?
Oh,
Chat
he just
GPT,
pulls up
baby.
Chat GPT again. Give me a top. A top.
Give me top on my podcast. What's a podcast?
That's a Greek legend.
Oh, so...
You said,
It says right
give me
there.
a topic to talk about on my podcast, and all of the topics that it gave you are
Click the pen and pad.
about AI.
Click the pen and pad right there. Click the pen and pad. Ah, they're getting way too deep. I think I saw mental health.
What about? Yeah, I did too. We're not talking about depression here. This ain't the depression podcast. This is the Wiener podcast.
Funnest animal sounds.
Most animals have a noise that we could, like cats go meow, dogs go bark, What sound does an elephant make?
Probably goes like.
Something
like
It goes. you can't do this sound. It sounds ridiculous.
No, solid.
Was that solid? Was that good?
Do it,
that
T.
fast?
Do it, T. I know you can do it.
Do the sound.
What?
Yeah.
That's not the sound. That's a noise it makes blowing its nose, but that's not the roar sound. That's not the elephant specific sound.
This was Chris
Elephant
Pratt.
roar.
He'd be like, "It's a me, I'm an elephant."
If this was Chris Pratt, it would have been, "It's a me. This is the elephant noise."
This is what an elephant sounds like.
It's me, I'm elephant. Mice are scary.
They dislike me for real.
Hey, yo?
I'm not a big fan of mice. I used to live in a house that had roaches and rats in the walls. It's pretty nasty. And I Tom and Jerry'd with a mouse at one point trying to catch it, and it outsmarted my dumbass, and I've been afraid of them since. It was 1 a.m. in the morning, too. I should not have been making that much noise that late at night. I saw a rat, and probably for a solid, like, no exaggeration, probably 15 minutes, I'm like, me and this rat are running around. He's trying to get away. I'm trying to get him. And I'm setting up barricades, and like there was a water jug I tried to get it in, and it outsmarted me every time. And to this day, I'm afraid of rats and their capabilities and intelligence because of how quick and how smart it was. And it was a random mouse that lived in the walls of the house. I'm presuming.
Joey got outsmarted by a mouse.
It was literally some
Multiple
Tom and Jerry shit. It was like, you know what I mean? It dropped an anvil on me at one point.
And you're Jerry or you're Tom in the scenario.
Yeah, I'm dumbass Tom.
Tell me how a grown man can get outsmarted by a mouse. No, that's physically impossible. Unless the man is...
Well, it seems unlikely.
Oh, God. Joey!
All right, everybody. Let me get these headphones back on.
Oh, damn. Joey's making an apology video. Brought out the cat.
I would like to introduce everybody to our special guest star, Mr. Gray. What's up, buddy?
Mr. Gray!
Featuring Mr. Gray in the title, bro.
I found out in I think this is like 10 years ago, I believe, maybe. There was a crazy ass thing that happened at Infinity Ward's office, like at the Infinity Ward HQ. What I just sent right now was a statue of a character from Call of Duty, or is that is that a skin or that's a character's name?
That's Ghost.
So they had that in the window. According to this article I was looking at, they got raided by LAPD in a standoff, and they had a standoff with the statue.
The statue?
Yeah, this was
way.
I think this was in 2012.
Awesome.
I believe this was in 2012.
Why did nobody take the shot? Tell me why the cops were there like, he's just standing there. He didn't move a muscle, and they still were terrified.
2013,
And no one
LAPD confronts Call of Duty ghost statue in tense standoff. It was on CBS News. Yeah, it was
awesome.
It was late at night after a curious designer pressed the building's panic button. One of the designers hit a panic button that alerted the police. And so the 911 response ended in a showdown with a life-size statue, which the police mistook for a gunman. The studio was a victim of a swatting prank, so they got swatted. So it wasn't an accident. One of the designers must have hit it as a joke or something, and they're like,
yeah,
that ain't funny. That's a waste of like police officers' time.
Yeah.
Oh, so after pushing it, everyone went home for the day, leaving their lonely studio head to receive the assault of their actions. So workers go home, manager has to deal with it. When the cops show up.
Imagine that dude died. They shoot the freaking manager or something.
Runs around the corner like, hey, and just...
That's crazy.
That's a
They
real
just
story.
pull up and there's a dude with a freaking military grade M4A1 and a freaking grenade launcher attached.
Sometimes life and comedic fiction are one of the same. They're in the same universe.
Like Joey getting outsmarted by a mouse.
Yeah. A full-grown man getting outsmarted by a pea-brained mouse, huh? A vermin.
All right,
Getting
guys.
outsmarted by a literal vermin.
This was the episode of the podcast. This is the final episode of the podcast, by the way. I'm revealing too much about my dumbass self on this stupid show.
You let it get too personal already?
It got a little too personal.
I think we both did.
Have you guys played Dead by Daylight at all?
I have it. I played 0 hours of it.
That game scared the hell out of me. I couldn't play it alone.
That bad, huh?
Yeah. Wait, which one's Dead by Daylight?
Dead by Daylight is you play online. There's like 4 players, I think, and then the 5th player is the monster. And
Is that
you
the
have
one
to,
that
like...
David and all them were on?
Yes.
Oh, I was thinking of Dying Light. We played it a couple times, T, but that game sucked.
Dead by Daylight or Dying Light?
Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight removes Leatherface mask after it's used for in-game harassment. How much do you guys know about Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Not much.
I know about him.
He cuts people's faces off and he wears them, right? You guys at least know that much?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So in the game, if I'm not mistaken, in the game when you kill somebody, you can take their face off and wear it. I guess they were specifically, according to this IGN article, they were harassing black players and doing the blackface. So they were doing blackface with Leatherface.
That is insane.
So it's been flagged so often that they had to take it out of the game.
Jesus.
No way.
I could definitely see internet people doing like
It's always
shit like
got to be
this.
racially motivated.
It's always got to be racial motivation, which sucks because it takes away the fact that like that's his trademark.
That's what he does.
That's what he does. Members of the Dead by Daylight community have shared their experiences with people targeting and harassing them while using some of these masks. These reports were disheartening to hear, and we absolutely condemn this behavior. We are not comfortable having these masks in the game when they are used as a tool to spread hate. Which is like, that is so messed up. But purely on a comedic level, it's just funny to me that somebody is that racist.
They immediately thought blackface. I could do blackface like so good right now. Do they take him out of the game or
just the I think, if I'm not mistaken, taking the ability to wear the masks out of the game entirely? Like the face masks?
They may have went too far, like even allowing that, because like the whole point. I don't know. That's just kind of interesting.
Interesting stuff, though. Gamers will go out of their way to be racist, and that's the shitty thing. Is it's always like teenage edgy kids, edgelords that are just like it's always that. It's always that
odd part of culture for some reason.
Yeah,
it's like the shock.
World War II references and racism. That's all like edgy humor. The sad thing is the people doing the abusing and the harassment, they probably feel good about the fact that they did so much damage that the game developers themselves removed something because of it. Like that's a trophy to them. That's a trophy to them.
They were heard.
Ugh, yeah. Loaded topic.
Call of Duty or what?
We gotta map out our next episode date and time. We have a special guest supposed to be planning on getting another head in here, have a foursome up in this bad boy. You know what I mean?
I believe in us.
All right, everybody, that's it. All boned up. I just swallowed. I just kicked up.
It's a terrible outro.
I just put dust, like I just wiped up dust from my keyboard. And I just swallowed it. Swallowed it. Soiled it that's what he says, not what I said. But all right, everybody, this is No Cloud Joey, Jesh, tall t-shirt, and we're out. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Peace.
I'm all boned up over here.
Me too.